Have you ever felt nervous to speak English in public? Today, you will hear how one simple day changed everything. It was a calm morning in the city. The sun was shining. Birds were singing. People were walking to work. The city looked busy and alive. In a small apartment building, a young man named Tom was moving into a new home. He was nervous. He was excited too. Tom had just moved from another country. His English was not perfect. He could speak a little, but he wanted to improve. He carried his boxes into the apartment. He felt tired. He sat down on the floor and took a deep breath. Then he heard a knock on the door. Tom opened the door. A woman stood there with a friendly smile. She was holding a basket of fruit. "Hello," she said. "I'm Lisa. I live next door. Welcome to the building." Tom smiled. "Hello. Thank you. I'm Tom." Lisa said, "I brought you some fruit. It is a small welcome gift." Tom felt happy. He said, "Thank you very much. That is kind." Lisa nodded. "You are welcome. Do you need help with anything?" Tom thought for a moment. He said, "Yes, please. I need to find the nearest grocery store." Lisa replied, "Oh, it is not far. I can show you." Tom felt relieved. "Yes, please. Thank you." They walked together. Tom carried a small box. Lisa carried a bag. As they walked, Lisa talked slowly. "What brings you here?" she asked. Tom replied, "I moved here for work. I have a new job." Lisa smiled. "That is great. What is your job?" Tom said, "I work in a bank. I will start next week." Lisa said, "That is good. You will like it here." Tom nodded. "I hope so." They reached the grocery store. Lisa pointed at the store. "This is the store," she said. Tom looked inside. The store was big. There were many items. Tom felt nervous. He did not know what to buy. Lisa said, "Don't worry. I will help you." They entered the store. The smell of fresh bread was in the air. People were shopping. Lisa asked, "Do you want to buy food for today?" Tom nodded. "Yes." Lisa said, "Okay, let's buy simple things." She walked to the vegetables section. "Do you like vegetables?" Lisa asked. Tom said, "Yes, I like vegetables." Lisa picked tomatoes, potatoes, and carrots. She said, "These are good for cooking. You can make soup." Tom smiled. "Soup is good." They continued shopping. Lisa showed him bread, milk, eggs, rice, and chicken. Tom said, "Thank you. This is helpful." Lisa replied, "You are welcome. If you need anything, you can ask me." Tom felt grateful. He said, "Thank you. You are very kind." Lisa smiled. "It is okay. We are neighbors." After shopping, they returned to the apartment building. Tom felt happy. He felt like he had made a friend. Lisa said, "If you want, you can come to my home tomorrow. I will cook dinner." Tom felt surprised. He smiled. "Really? That would be nice." Lisa said, "Yes, it will be fun. You can practice English too." Tom nodded. "Yes, I want to practice." Lisa said, "Great. See you tomorrow." Tom waved goodbye. He entered his apartment and closed the door. He looked at the fruit basket. He smiled. He felt hopeful. Tom thought, "I'm not alone here. I have a friend. I will learn English. I will be okay." He opened his notebook and wrote a new sentence. "Today I met my new neighbor. She is kind. I will learn English with her." Tom closed his notebook and felt calm. The next day, the city was busy again. People walked quickly. Cars moved fast. The streets were full of life. In a small coffee shop, a young woman named Anna was sitting alone. She was reading a book. She looked calm, but she also looked a little nervous. Anna had moved to the city a month ago. She wanted to improve her English. She was studying, but she still felt shy. She looked at the menu. There were many options. A man behind the counter smiled and said, "Hello, what would you like?" Anna looked up. She smiled back. "Hello, I want a coffee, please." The man nodded. "Sure. What kind of coffee?" Anna felt nervous. She didn't know the names. She said, "Just regular coffee." The man smiled. "Okay, a regular coffee. Anything else?" Anna thought for a moment. She said, "No, thank you." The man nodded. "Okay, one regular coffee." Anna paid and waited. She looked around the coffee shop. There were people working on laptops. There were people talking. A woman sat near Anna. She noticed Anna's notebook. The woman smiled and said, "Hello, are you learning English?" Anna felt surprised. She nodded. "Yes, I am learning English." The woman introduced herself. "My name is Maya." Anna replied, "I am Anna." Maya said, "Nice to meet you, Anna. I am here every day. I come to practice English." Anna smiled. "Me too." Maya looked at Anna's notebook. "What are you writing?" Anna said, "I am writing new words. I want to improve." Maya nodded. "That is good. Do you want to practice speaking with me?" Anna felt nervous. She hesitated. Maya said, "It is okay. We can speak slowly." Anna thought for a moment. She said, "Yes, thank you." They started talking. Maya asked simple questions. "Where are you from? What do you do? Why did you move here?" Anna answered slowly. She used simple sentences. "I am from another city. I moved here for a job. I work in a school." Maya smiled. "That is good. Teaching is important." Anna nodded. "Yes." Maya asked, "Do you like the city?" Anna thought. She said, "Yes, the city is big. It is busy. I like it." Maya laughed. "Yes, it is busy, but it is also fun." They talked for a while. Anna felt more confident. She realized that speaking English was not so scary. After some time, Maya said, "Do you want to join our English group?" Anna looked surprised. "English group?" Maya nodded. "Yes, we meet every Friday. We talk, practice, and help each other." Anna smiled. "Yes, I want to join." Maya said, "Great. We meet at 6 p.m. in this coffee shop." Anna nodded. "Okay, I will come." Maya smiled. "Perfect. See you on Friday." Anna felt happy. She realized that she was not alone. She had a place to practice. Anna finished her coffee and left the coffee shop. She walked on the street, feeling confident. She opened her notebook and wrote a sentence. "Today I met Maya. She invited me to an English group. I will practice more." She closed her notebook and felt calm. In the same city, a young man named Ravi was standing in a grocery store. He looked confused. He was holding a shopping list, but he didn't know where to find the items. Ravi had recently moved to the city. He was learning English, but he still felt nervous in public places. Today, he needed to buy food for the week. He walked to the vegetables section. He looked at the signs. Some words were new. He saw a woman nearby. She looked friendly. Ravi decided to ask for help. He walked to her and said, "Excuse me, please. Where's the rice?" The woman smiled. "Rice is in aisle 5. Ravi thanked her. "Thank you." The woman replied, "You are welcome." Ravi walked to aisle 5. He looked at the shelves. There were many types of rice. He felt confused again. He took out his phone and checked his list. He saw the word brown rice. He looked for brown rice, but he did not find it. He asked a man near the shelves, "Excuse me, where is brown rice?" The man smiled. "Brown rice is in aisle 6. Ravi felt a little embarrassed. He thanked the man and went to aisle 6. He found the rice. He felt happy. He put the rice in his cart. Ravi continued shopping. He needed milk, eggs, bread, and vegetables. He saw a lady holding a basket. She looked like she knew the store. Ravi said, "Excuse me, where's the milk?" The lady replied, "Milk is in the refrigerator section." Ravi nodded. "Thank you." He walked to the refrigerator section. He saw milk and other drinks. He picked milk and eggs. He felt proud. He was doing well. Then he saw a problem. He did not know the price of the items. He looked at the price tags, but he could not understand them. He felt worried. He decided to ask the cashier for help. He went to the cashier. The cashier smiled and said, "Hello, do you have a membership card?" Ravi replied, "No, I don't." The cashier nodded. "Okay, your total is $25.50. Ravi looked confused. He did not understand. He asked, "Sorry, can you say again slowly?" The cashier repeated, "Your total is $25.50. Ravi nodded. "Okay, thank you." Ravi paid the money. He took the bag and left the store. Outside, he felt tired. He looked at his shopping bag and smiled. He felt proud of himself. He realized that asking questions and speaking English helped him. He did not need to be perfect. Ravi walked home. On the way, he saw a park. He sat on a bench and wrote in his notebook, "Today I went shopping alone. I asked for help. I learned new words. I feel more confident." He closed his notebook and looked at the sky. He felt calm. Ravi decided to practice English every day. He knew that small steps would lead to big improvement. In the same city, a woman named Sophia woke up feeling sick. She had a fever and a headache. She felt weak. She knew she needed help. Sophia had been living in the city for a few months. She was learning English, but she still felt nervous about talking to doctors. She looked at her phone and searched for a nearby hospital. She found one and decided to go. She took a taxi and arrived at the hospital. The building was large and busy. Many people were waiting. Sophia felt nervous. She went inside and saw a reception desk. A woman at the desk smiled and said, "Hello, how can I help you?" Sophia took a deep breath and said, "Hello, I am sick. I need a doctor." The receptionist nodded. "Okay, please fill out this form." Sophia took the form. She looked at the questions. Some words were difficult. She felt confused. The receptionist noticed and said, "If you need help, I can help you." Sophia smiled. "Yes, please. Thank you." The receptionist asked, "What is your name?" Sophia answered, "My name is Sophia." The receptionist asked, "What is your date of birth?" Sophia said, "January 10th, 1995. The receptionist asked, "What is your address?" Sophia replied, "I live on Maple Street." The receptionist asked, "Do you have insurance?" Sophia nodded. "Yes, I have insurance." After filling out the form, Sophia waited in the waiting area. She felt nervous. She looked around. People were talking. Some were reading magazines. After a while, a nurse called her name. "Sophia," the nurse said. Sophia stood up and followed the nurse. The nurse took her to a small room. The nurse said, "Please sit here. The doctor will come soon." Sophia sat down and waited. After a few minutes, the doctor entered. The doctor smiled and said, "Hello, I am Dr. Adams. How are you feeling today?" Sophia replied, "I have a fever and a headache." The doctor nodded. "Okay, do you have any other symptoms?" Sophia thought for a moment. She said, "I feel weak. I have a sore throat." The doctor listened carefully. He checked her temperature and her throat. He said, "Your temperature is high. You need rest and medicine. I will give you a prescription. Sophia felt relieved. Thank you, doctor. The doctor wrote the prescription and explained the medicine. He said, take this medicine twice a day. Drink water. Rest. If you feel worse, come back. Sophia nodded. Okay, thank you. She left the room and went to a pharmacy inside the hospital. The pharmacist smiled and asked, do you have a prescription? Sophia showed the prescription. The pharmacist prepared the medicine. He said, take the medicine with food. Sophia nodded. Okay, thank you. Sophia left the hospital and took a taxi home. She felt tired, but she felt relieved. At home, she took the medicine and rested. She wrote in her notebook, today I went to the hospital. I spoke to the doctor in English. I learned new words. I feel better. Sophia closed her notebook and rested. She knew that her English was improving. She felt proud. In the same city, a young man named Omar was preparing for a job interview. He was excited but also nervous. He wanted this job very much. Omar had been living in the city for a few months. He had studied English, but he still felt shy when speaking. He received a message from a company. They wanted to interview him for a customer service position. Omar felt happy. He knew this was a great opportunity. He prepared his documents. He printed his resume. He practiced common interview questions. He practiced in front of a mirror. Tell me about yourself, he said. He practiced again. I am from another city. I moved here for work. I have experience in customer service. He practiced again. Why do you want this job? He said, I want to improve my English and learn new skills. He practiced again. What is your strength? He said, my strength is communication and patience. After practicing, Omar felt more confident. He dressed neatly and left for the interview. He arrived at the company building. The receptionist greeted him. Hello, how can I help you? The receptionist asked. Omar replied, hello, I have an interview at 10 a.m. The receptionist smiled. Okay, please wait. Someone will call you. Omar waited in the waiting area. He felt nervous. He looked at his phone. He practiced his answers again. After a few minutes, a man came and said, Omar, please follow me. Omar stood up and followed the man. They entered a meeting room. The interviewer smiled and said, hello, Omar. Welcome. Please have a seat. Omar sat down and smiled. Thank you. The interviewer began the interview. Tell me about yourself, he asked. Omar took a deep breath and answered, my name is Omar. I moved here for work. I have experience in customer service. I like helping people. The interviewer nodded. Good. Why do you want to work here? Omar replied, I want to learn new skills. I want to improve my English. I want to work with a good team. The interviewer asked, what is your weakness? Omar felt nervous. He thought for a moment. He said, my weakness is that I sometimes speak slowly, but I am working to improve. The interviewer smiled. That is honest. Good. The interviewer continued, how do you handle difficult customers? Omar replied, I stay calm. I listen to the customer. I try to solve the problem. The interviewer nodded. Good answer. After the interview, the interviewer said, thank you for coming. We will contact you soon. Omar thanked him. He left the building and felt relieved. He walked home and waited for the call. He felt nervous but hopeful. A few days later, Omar received a message. Congratulations. You were selected for the job. Omar felt extremely happy. He smiled. He felt proud of himself. He called his friend and said, I got the job. His friend congratulated him. Omar felt excited. He wrote in his notebook, today I had a job interview. I spoke English. I was nervous, but I did it. I got the job. Omar closed his notebook and felt grateful. In the same city, a woman named Nina decided to eat at a restaurant. She was new to the city, and she wanted to try local food. She also wanted to practice her English. Nina had been living in the city for 2 months. She was improving her English slowly. She could read and write, but speaking was still difficult. She entered a small restaurant. The place was cozy and warm. The smell of food was delicious. People were talking and laughing. A waiter approached her with a friendly smile. "Hello. Welcome. How many people?" he asked. Nina smiled and replied, "Just one." The waiter nodded. "Okay, please follow me." He led her to a table near the window. Nina sat down and looked at the menu. The menu had many items. Some of the words were new. Nina felt nervous. The waiter came back and asked, "Are you ready to order?" Nina looked at the menu again. She felt unsure. She said, "Can I have a minute, please?" The waiter nodded. "Sure. Take your time." Nina looked at the menu carefully. She wanted to order something simple. She saw a dish called chicken soup. She thought, "Soup is easy. I know this word." She looked at the waiter and said, "I would like chicken soup, please." The waiter smiled. "Would you like bread with it?" Nina thought for a moment. She said, "Yes, please." The waiter asked, "Would you like water or juice?" Nina replied, "Water, please." The waiter nodded. "Okay, I will bring your order." Nina waited. She looked around the restaurant. She saw a couple talking. She saw a family eating together. She felt a little lonely, but she tried to stay calm. After a few minutes, the waiter brought her soup, bread, and water. He said, "Enjoy your meal." Nina smiled. "Thank you." She tasted the soup. It was delicious. She felt happy. She realized that she could order food in English. While she was eating, a man at the next table smiled at her. He said, "Hello, is the food good?" Nina smiled back. "Yes, it is good." The man introduced himself. "My name is David. I am here for lunch." Nina replied, "I am Nina. I am new in the city." David said, "Nice to meet you. Where are you from?" Nina answered, "I am from another city. I moved here for work." David nodded. "That is great. How do you like the city?" Nina said, "I like it. It is big and busy. I want to learn English." David smiled. "You're doing well. Keep practicing." Nina felt happy. She felt confident. She realized that speaking English could be fun. After finishing her meal, she asked the waiter, "Can I have the bill, please?" The waiter replied, "Sure, I will bring it." The waiter brought the bill. Nina looked at the amount. She understood it. She paid the money. She thanked the waiter and left the restaurant. Outside, she felt proud. She had ordered food, talked to a stranger, and paid the bill in English. She walked home and wrote in her notebook, "Today I went to a restaurant. I ordered food in English. I met a friendly person. I feel more confident." She closed her notebook and smiled. In the same city, a young man named Sam was waiting at a bus stop. He looked nervous. He had never used a bus system before. He was new to the city. Sam needed to go to a job interview. He had the address, but he did not know the route. He was worried he might get lost. He looked at the bus schedule. The words were confusing. He tried to read them, but he was not sure. A woman stood next to him. She noticed Sam's confusion. She smiled and said, "Are you okay? Do you need help?" Sam looked at her and replied, "Yes, please. I don't know which bus to take." The woman introduced herself. "My name is Rachel." Sam replied, "I am Sam." Rachel looked at his paper. "Where do you need to go?" Sam showed her the address. Rachel nodded. "You need bus number 10, she said. It will go to your destination. Sam felt relieved. Thank you. How much is the fare? Rachel smiled. It is $2. Sam nodded. Okay. The bus arrived. Rachel said, "This is your bus." Sam thanked her. "Thank you very much." Sam got on the bus. He paid the fare. He found a seat near the window. The bus started moving. Sam felt nervous, but he looked out the window and tried to stay calm. After a few stops, Sam was not sure he was on the right bus. He looked at the signs outside, but he could not understand them. He felt worried. He saw a man standing near the door. He decided to ask. "Excuse me," Sam said. "Is this bus going to Main Street?" The man smiled. "Yes, it is. You will get off in 3 stops." Sam felt relieved. "Thank you." Sam waited. He counted the stops. When the bus reached the 3rd stop, he stood up. He said, "Excuse me, this is my stop." The man nodded. "Yes, this is your stop." Sam got off the bus. He looked at the street. He saw the building where his interview was. He felt happy. He had done it. He walked to the building and entered. He felt confident. After the interview, Sam returned home. He felt proud of himself. He realized that using the bus was not difficult. He just needed to ask questions. He wrote in his notebook, "Today I took the bus alone. I asked for help. I reached my destination. I feel confident." Sam closed his notebook and smiled. In the same city, a young woman named Layla loved books. She loved reading and learning new things. She was studying English, and she wanted to improve her skills. Layla had been living in the city for 6 months. She often visited the public library. The library was quiet and peaceful. It was her favorite place. One afternoon, Layla went to the library to study. She found a table near the window and sat down. She opened her English book and started reading. After a while, a man sat at the same table. He looked friendly. He had a notebook and a pencil. He smiled and said, "Hi, do you mind if I sit here?" Layla smiled. "No, not at all." The man introduced himself. "My name is Ethan." Layla replied, "I am Layla." Ethan looked at her book. "You are studying English?" Layla nodded. "Yes, I want to improve my speaking and writing." Ethan said, "Me too. I come here to study every day." Layla felt happy. She thought it would be good to have a study partner. Ethan asked, "Would you like to join a study group?" Layla looked curious. "Study group?" Ethan nodded. "Yes, we meet every Wednesday. We practice English together. We help each other." Layla smiled. "That sounds good. How many people are there?" Ethan replied, "Usually 5 or 6. Layla said, "Okay, I will come." Ethan smiled. "Great. The group starts at 6 p.m. Layla nodded. "I will be there." The next Wednesday, Layla arrived at the library. She saw a small group of people sitting in a circle. They had notebooks and books. They were talking softly. Ethan greeted her. "Hi, Layla. Welcome." Layla smiled. "Thank you." The group leader introduced everyone. "Hi, I am Mark," he said. "Hi, I am Sarah," said another member. "Hi, I am David," said another. They all smiled at Layla. Mark said, "Today we will practice speaking. We will talk about daily life." Layla felt a little nervous, but she tried to stay calm. Mark asked, "What did you do today?" Sarah answered first. "I went to work. I had a busy day." David said, "I went shopping. I bought groceries." Layla listened. Then it was her turn. She took a deep breath and said, "Today I studied at the library. I practiced English. I met a friend." The group smiled. They encouraged her. Mark said, "Good job, Layla. Your English is improving." Layla felt happy. She realized that practicing in a group helped her. They continued the conversation. They talked about hobbies, food, and work. They used simple sentences. They helped each other with new words. After the session, Layla felt confident. She thanked the group. "Thank you," she said. "This was helpful." Mark replied, "You are welcome. Keep practicing." Layla left the library feeling motivated. She felt like she belonged to the city now. She walked home and wrote in her notebook, "Today I joined a study group. I practice English with new friends. I feel confident." She closed her notebook and smiled. In the same city, a young man named Kevin was walking home from work. He felt tired. He was thinking about his dinner. He was thinking about his family. Suddenly, he reached into his pocket and realized something important. His phone was not there. Kevin felt a sudden panic. He looked around. He checked his other pockets. The phone was gone. He felt worried. He needed his phone. It had his contacts, his messages, and his important documents. Kevin looked around the street. He saw a small coffee shop nearby. He thought, "Maybe I left it there." He walked quickly to the coffee shop. He entered and asked the cashier, "Excuse me, I think I lost my phone. Did anyone find it?" The cashier shook his head. "No, sorry, but I can check the lost and found." The cashier checked the lost and found box. He did not find the phone. Kevin felt disappointed. He thanked the cashier and left. He walked to the bus stop. He asked the man standing there, "Excuse me, have you seen a phone?" The man shook his head. "No, I am sorry." Kevin felt sad. He did not know what to do. He sat on a bench and tried to think. Then he remembered something important. He remembered that he had installed a tracking app on his phone. He could track it from his laptop. He took out his laptop and opened the tracking app. The app showed the phone's location. The phone was near the library. Kevin felt hopeful. He decided to go to the library. He arrived at the library and entered. He looked around. He asked the librarian, "Excuse me, I think I lost my phone. Do you have a lost phone?" The librarian smiled. "Let me check." The librarian checked the lost and found box. She did not find the phone. Kevin felt worried again. He opened his laptop and checked the tracking app. The phone's location was moving. Kevin realized that someone had picked it up. He felt nervous. He did not know what to do. He decided to call the phone using another phone. He asked the security guard for help. The security guard said, "Yes, I can help you. Do you want to call the number?" Kevin nodded. The security guard called the phone. After a few rings, someone answered. "Hello," a voice said. Kevin replied, "Hello, this is Kevin. Did you find my phone?" The voice said, "Yes, I found on the bus." Kevin felt relieved. "Thank you. Can I come and get it?" The voice said, "Yes, I am near the park." Kevin thanked the person and went to park. He saw a man sitting on a bench. The man had Kevin's phone. Kevin walked up to him and said, "Hello? Thank you for finding my phone." The man smiled. "You are welcome. I was going to return it." Kevin felt grateful. "Thank you. How can I thank you?" The man replied, "Just be careful next time." Kevin nodded. "Yes, I will." Kevin felt happy. He got his phone back. He felt relieved. He realized that there were good people in the city. He walked home and wrote in his notebook, "Today I lost my phone. I felt scared, but someone found it and returned it. I learned to stay calm and ask for help." He closed his notebook and smiled. In the same city, a woman named Maya was walking to her job. She worked at a small company. She had been learning English for a long time, but she still felt nervous when speaking. Maya wanted to improve her English. She wanted to speak confidently. She wanted to feel proud of herself. Today, she had a big meeting with clients. She needed to speak in English. She was worried. She arrived at the office early. She sat at her desk and tried to calm her mind. She remembered all the people she met in the city. She remembered Sam on the bus. She remembered Nina at the restaurant. She remembered Layla in the library. She remembered Kevin who lost his phone and found it again. She realized that everyone in the city was learning. Everyone was practicing. Everyone was trying. Her manager came into the office. "Maya, are you ready for the meeting?" Maya took a deep breath and said, "Yes, I am ready." The meeting started. The clients arrived. They were friendly. Maya greeted them and offered tea. The clients began speaking. Maya listened carefully. She understood most of the conversation. Then her manager looked at Maya and said, "Maya, can you explain the project?" Maya felt her heart beating fast. She looked at the clients and took a deep breath. She began speaking slowly and clearly. "Hello, my name is Maya. Thank you for coming. Today I will explain our project. The project is about improving the city's environment. We will plant trees, clean parks, and reduce waste. Our goal is to make the city cleaner and healthier." She continued speaking. She explained the details. She used simple words. She used short sentences. She made sure everyone understood. The clients nodded. They looked impressed. One client said, "Your English is very good. You explained everything clearly." Maya smiled. "Thank you." The meeting ended successfully. Maya felt proud. She realized that her English was improving. She realized that she could speak in public. After the meeting, her manager said, "Great job, Maya. You did well." Maya thanked him. She felt confident. On her way home, Maya walked through the city. She saw the same streets, the same people, and the same life. But today, she felt different. She felt stronger. She felt brave. She remembered all the small steps she took. She remembered practicing in the library. She remembered ordering food in English. She remembered asking for help on the bus. She remembered staying calm when she lost her phone. She realized that English was not a problem anymore. It was a tool. It was a way to connect with people. That night, Maya wrote in her notebook, "Today I spoke English in a meeting. I felt nervous, but I did it. I am proud of myself." She closed her notebook and smiled. If you want to speak English fluently, start with small steps. Speak every day. Practice with real people. Never be afraid of mistakes, because every mistake is a step closer to confidence. You are already improving. Keep going, and soon English will feel natural.